olives and a single battered paperback copy of a risque French novel from his pesky nemesis, whom he suspected of having supernatural powers of detection. "All right, I'll bring the champagne over here, Myrtle," he ordered, trying to secretly place several bottles of bubbly into an old, rusted piggy bank he'd found buried near the latrine. "But, sir, it's no use trying to hide it, no matter where you put it. McGinty and his gang will get it. They always do. Sir, they're like bloodhounds for illicit libations, sir. Nothing is safe from them." Bumble scoffed, convinced his new hiding place was impregnable. "Not this time, Myrtle. This time, I've got it. I've outsmarted those deep-water dillies." Oh, how about that? Myrtle, Daddy had this little piggy bank flown in from Fort Knox. Fort Knox. You hear me? Impenetrable. Fortress-like. It is a monument to security. Myrtle, ever the sycophant, exclaimed, "Oh, that's very clever, Daddy. Sir, I'm so sorry, sir. Habit, sir. You're just so brilliant, sir." "Shut up, Myrtle. Don't you dare even listen to these cliques. Don't even look." Bumble barked, his face twitching. "Yes, sir. My ears are sealed, sir, and my eyes are clamped shut, sir. I see nothing, hear nothing, speak nothing, sir." "Good. All right. Unsealed," Bumble declared, turning his back, convinced Myrtle had finally succumbed to his instructions. "What, sir? Sir, yes, that is brilliant. Sir, that's it." Bumble had accidentally dropped the piggy bank, and as it hit the floor with a dull clatter, its ceramic exterior shattered, revealing a secret compartment within which sat not the champagne, but a pile of glistening, brand-new $100 bills. His face went pale. He had mistakenly used Myrtle's savings. Myrtle's jaw dropped, his eyes wide as saucers. "How much do you think it will hold, sir?" he whispered, barely audible. Bumble merely stared, dumbfounded, at the scattered bills, then at his precious champagne bottles, which he was actually trying to hide. "I don't know, Myrtle. Just hand me the bottle. Just hand me the bottle." He stared at the shattered piggy bank, then at his champagne, then back at the money. "There we go. There's one. There two. Three." He counted the bills as if they were alien artifacts, his mind spinning. "Huh? Hey, how about that? I only got mystic stuff. That's it. 12 bottles of champagne. Stolen from underneath my very nose, while I was being sabotaged by my own hiding place. I tell you, Myrtle, we have got to do something about McGinty and his crew. Somehow, somewhere, we've got to get rid of them. They are the cause of all my woes." Myrtle, ever practical, ventured, "Yes, sir. Sir, if you please excuse me, I do have to get over to the post office." "What for, sir?" Why? "Well, sir," Myrtle continued, holding up a thick envelope, his face brightening with hope. "I just received 3 months' back pay, sir. And look, it's all in brand new. Crisp $100 bills. Brand new $100 bills. Sir, and I'm sending it home. My mother is going to take the..." Bumble's eyes lit up with a truly villainous glee, a terrifyingly cunning gleam. He snatched the envelope from Myrtle's hand with surprising speed. "Oh, Myrtle, you have just saved the day. Boy, saved my entire nefarious plan. I don't know how I'm ever going to thank you for this. My gratitude knows no bounds, even for a humble private." Myrtle, utterly bewildered, protested weakly, his face falling. "Oh, well, sir, why, with this money's bait, we can really trap McGinty. A trap of pure, undeniable avarice." "Oh, with my money, sir? Oh, no, sir. You don't understand, sir. This is my money. I've worked very hard for it. It's for my fiancée, Martha. It's our wedding money, sir. Our nest egg." "Oh, wait a minute, Myrtle. Sure, why? Sir, you just let go. Every time we nearly trap old McGinty and his 40 thieves, they either eat or they drink the evidence. They consumed the very proof of their crimes. But this time, Myrtle, this time we will be smarter. We can mark these bills, put them in a wallet, and then we let them swipe them. Wham! Oh, Myrtle, we got them. Trapped like rats in a sticky cheese trap, with the cheese being your lovely new hundreds. Bumble cackled, rubbing his hands together with a truly evil delight, a low, guttural chuckle that promised no good. Myrtle, tears welling in his eyes, his dreams of domestic bliss slowly crumbling into dust like a dry hardtack biscuit, reluctantly began to transcribe the serial numbers, his hand shaking. But, sir, you don't seem to understand. You see, I'm engaged to a little girl back home, Martha, and this is my wedding money, my nest egg. Sir, my future happiness depends on these very bills. And, sir, Bumble, however, was deaf to his pleas, lost in the grandeur of his malevolent scheme. He slapped Myrtle on the back with enough force to send him sprawling. Oh, thank you, sir. I knew you'd get it back. Okay, you ain't even thinking of getting married at a time like this. Myrtle, a global conflict is hardly conducive to conjugal bliss. Civilian life can wait. Well, you sit down there, and write down these serial numbers as I give them to you. I have my ledger here. Now, I am going to get McGinty if it takes every cent you've got. Myrtle, L 9-3-9. L 9-3-9. Write it down, man. Speed is of the essence. We will not fail. Myrtle, tears streaming down his face, his spirit broken, reluctantly began to transcribe the serial numbers, his pen scratching mournfully across the paper. His dreams of a quiet suburban life with Martha vanishing with each digit. Chapter 1. The Curse of the Periwinkle Garter Belt. The air over Coral Cove Atoll, a forgotten pearl in the vast, contested expanse of Pacific, hung heavy and humid, a stifling blanket woven from salt spray and the oppressive breath of 1,000 unseen jungle spirits. It clung to every soul and corner of the makeshift naval base like a particularly determined barnacle, smelling perpetually of stale coconut oil, diesel fumes, and the slow, inexorable decay of all tropical things. The corrugated iron barracks shimmered under a relentless sun, baking their inhabitants in a relentless oven of wartime existence. Overhead, a single rusty ceiling fan in the Commodore's office spun with pathetic, wheezing sigh, merely recirculating the warm, moist air, doing little to alleviate the pervasive discomfort. Outside, the incessant, maddening buzz of cicadas competed with the distant, rhythmic clang of a broken pump somewhere near the supply depot, a perpetual soundtrack to the mounting frustrations of the day. Commodore Beauregard Bumble, a man whose face permanently resided in a shade of apoplectic crimson, a hue typically reserved for exotic sunsets or freshly boiled lobsters, and whose tightly buttoned uniform perpetually looked too small, found himself battling this pervasive adversary daily. His weapon of choice, or rather his battle station, was behind a monumental mahogany desk, its surface buried beneath a precarious avalanche of paperwork, half-eaten tins of Spam, and a small ceramic statue of glowering, pot-bellied Buddha. The office itself, a single corrugated iron box with windows perpetually blurred by salt crust and jungle grime, magnified the island's humidity, transforming every breath into a viscous effort. He leaned back in his ancient, squeaky swivel chair, a defiant, protesting creak accompanying the move, and pointed a trembling, cigar-clenched finger, the cigar itself unlit, but nonetheless an integral prop in his dramatic repertoire, at Lieutenant Quentin K. Quickstep. Lieutenant Quickstep, a paragon of youthful earnestness and naval rectitude, possessed the unfortunate, almost supernatural, habit of always being precisely where Commodore Bumble least wanted him to be, usually within range of his most fervent tirades. Quickstep stood ramrod straight, his own crisp, Starched uniform already beginning to wilt at the collar. The starch dissolving